Yo, welcome back to the Spin That Back show. And let's get it started. So today we got an interesting topic for y'all. We're gonna be talking about old school hip hop movies. Movies with the theme of hip hop that has something to do with hip hop, got hip hop is in it. I don't know. We're gonna define what a hip hop movie is. That's what we're gonna do today. Like we always do, we always talk about the old school throwback hip hop, nothing but hip hop, and everything hip hop related. This is what we do here. So I got my distinguished guest, co-host, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Walk or Run.
I'm walk now. I'm back to walk. Back to walk, baby.
And we got Mr. Floyd X in the background also. So let's go ahead and get this started. How y'all doing today?
Man, I'm struggling. Getting over this COVID or whatever this is. Kicking my ass.
Yeah, it's going around, y'all. Put your mask on, man. We don't want to catch that. Mr. Walk, what's going on with you?
I'm going through the same. I'm just recovering from what my boy Mr. Nice Guy going through right now. I like I was told by Mr. Floyd X that I was giving up the residuals. Sorry, but I'm hitting that mute button.
Hey, Mr. Floyd X, how you doing there today, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Ready to speak on this hip hop movies and things of that nature. You know, I think I'm under the weather too, though. I'm getting there sick. You know.
Okay. Everybody's sick but me, so all y'all stay away from me. We'll be all right.
My coworker was like, "Dude, you gave me that little cough you got." I said, "Well, somebody gave it to me, so I hope that makes you feel better."
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
So, like I said, we talking about hip hop movies, and look, we got some movies up here on this little tag right here. We got Wild Style, Beat Street, Breakin', and Krush Groove, House Party, 8 Mile, Hustle and Flow. You got served. What the? Oh, somebody did this wrong. Put you got served. Listen, Stump the Yard, you got served, Roll Bounce, all that ain't gonna go into this category today.
Ooh.
No, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. What defines a hip hop movie? Well, first, let's just take it back to the beginning. Let's talk about some of the early hip hop movies. Let's start with Wild Style. Now, Wild Style was more like an East Coast focused movie. I seen it a few months ago. I couldn't really get too much into it because I was born on the West Coast and our culture out here was a whole lot different. So I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Mr. Nice Guy can probably speak more on Wild Style. What was the significance of Wild Style?
So you got to understand, hip hop started there in the Bronx, in New York. So when you talk about an authentic hip hop movie, Wild Style is the most authentic hip hop movie. This is all the original participants and people that are doing the thing. So what you're seeing with the youngsters doing on the playground, how they battle, how they do these little routines, everything about that, all the people that involved. You're talking about the Cold Crush. You're talking about, I mean, it is the epitome of pure hip hop from its origin. So I understand that a lot of us come from different cultures and stuff like that and different variances of it. But the bottom line is that's the original, literally the template, literally the most authentic hip hop movie that was ever created.
And Fab Five in there.
Yeah, he in there too. You know what I like about Mr. Nice Guy? He always educates us. He let us know that the hip hop has started on the East Coast, and thanks for letting us know that, brother. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Wow.
Hey, wait. Go ahead.
It was that the one?
Come at Nice Guy. Hey, what's this, man?
Was Grandmaster Flash in Wild Style too?
I don't recall particularly.
Yeah, he was. Yes,
he was. He was in the kitchen cutting and everything.
Yeah, he was in there.
So it is authentic. I mean, because it showed all the elements and everything. It was what it was, but like I said, I mean, I even hear Wild Style to like in the 90s. I never even heard of the movie.
Well, according to my to the hip hop or to my Bible that I opened up this morning, Wild Style is a 1983 American hip hop film. And guess what? It is regarded as the first hip hop motion picture.
Righteous.
1983.
All right, spin that back. Like I said, we'll start with that one because it is regarded as the first hip hop movie.
Yeah.
And it did what it did. But the West Coast wasn't on no Wild Star. We didn't know nothing about no Wild Star. We wasn't bombing no trains and all that old stuff. We wasn't even bombing anything. I don't think at that. Well, bombing, I mean, is graffiti.
Bombing on people.
Bombing meant something else for us. Yeah, we'll bomb on you, take your money.
Do y'all know who was behind getting that movie made?
Fat Freddy. Fat Five Freddy.
Fab Five Freddy. He was doing it back then, man. 83. Fab Five Freddy is like a staple in hip hop, a fixture, a very important figure in hip hop, man.
Definitely.
Yes, he definitely is. I mean, even Blondie or Goldie, as my man Mr. Walker call it, he even mentioned him. Fab Five Freddy said blah 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 in the Rapture song. Yeah. Fab Five Freddy. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I heard Fab Five Freddy on your MTV Raps, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was. Then I did my research. I'm like, oh, this is the dude. Yeah, he's that dude. Yeah, shout out to Fab Five Freddy, man. Let's keep spinning.
And if you was a DJ, you know his song, that B-side where it's that and the fresh, that's where it comes from.
It's really fresh.
Yeah.
So
fresh.
That's Fab?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
One of the most popular scratches in the history of hip hop.
It's called Change the Beat.
Yeah, Change the Beat.
Change the Beat. I'm gonna look that up.
Salute to Fab Five.
There's two versions of the song, so you might have to get both versions to understand what we're really talking about.
We're gonna have to do a whole spin that back on Fab Five Freddy with the Young TV Raps, and he is an icon in this hip hop game. Yes, salute to Fab Five Freddy, baby. Yes,
real talk.
Hell yeah.
All right. So what I did know about was other movies that came out. Let's see what else we got on here. How about let's go here to Beach Street. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with this one.
Hell yeah.
With the beautiful Ray Dong Chung. I love saying that name. Ray Dong Chung, baby. Oh, she was so beautiful back in the days. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's all I mean, but I remember the movie Beach Street. The movie Beach Street was where there was tagging up on the subways, and then somebody was putting spit. Yo, disrespecting my joint, yo, son, what you doing, kid? They didn't talk like that back then, but yeah, it was an ill movie. I love Big Tree, and guess who else was in there? Doug E. Fresh.
Okay,
y'all remember that?
I don't remember.
He was rapping, I think he was on stage rapping, wasn't he?
Is that the one where Kumo D had his head sticking out the wall rapping?
Yeah, that was the Christmas rap. I always get that mixed up. But for some reason, I always think that was Wild Star. But yeah, that was the Beat Street where it was basically I forgot what the name of their crew was.
Treacherous 3.
Yeah, the Treacherous 3. And then Dougie Fresh just came out there beatboxing. But yeah, that's another authentic East Coast, hip hop movie. You're talking about the clothing. You're talking about the break dancing. It's even hitting those popular spots where things are really really going on. So, that was something that I didn't see live. That was something I saw on video. That's how a lot of stuff, got to us. But a classic dope hip hop. It had hip hop elements in it. It was very hip hop.
Damn, you had videos back in those days? You had a video. You had a video player back in those days.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that's. I mean, I didn't go see it in the theater. That's for darn.
Was it on beta?
No, I didn't have. I wasn't pimping on no beta. I was on some VHS stuff. Yeah. So.
No, hey, my brother, the one who cussed you out, Elpo, he had the beta, and then we had the VHS. We used to dub tapes and stuff and hook it up to the beta and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, I remember seeing that movie. I don't know how I saw it. I remember seeing it. Maybe we rented the video from Blockbuster or something like that. But I remember seeing Beach Street. Yes, and Dougie Fresh part was fly. It was fresh.
Yeah, well, back in them days, we didn't have no VHS or beta. We had on Select TV.
Yep.
I might have seen it on something like that.
I had on TV. I definitely had on TV. That was it. Those were the two cable things, on or Select. Select, you get to pick which things you want. On, it's just on. So yeah, that was pretty.
We had
What
select.
about Z? What about Z?
I don't
Yeah.
know nothing
Was that
about Z.
select?
I don't know about
No,
Z.
we had select. Sheila and Renetta, they had Z, and my uncle Telly had on.
See, I was West Side balling.
Shit.
Uh,
We knew what to go to somebody's house and watch the game.
That's real. That's real.
And when them shows got kind of late, when certain shows would come on, yeah, that was pretty spectacular as a kid.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's back in the day. But then let's get back to the West Coast. See, Breaking was a West Coast hip hop movie. Do y'all agree?
yeah.
Of course, this Venice Beach, everything about this was West Coast. This was a movie I saw in the theater, and I'm telling you, that broom scene with Torty fans, that is the most iconic. That I'm telling you, that still gets me going. I mean, that was an amazing sequence. There's a lot of sucker stuff in that
Turbo.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that scene right there, one of the greatest hip hop moments in cinematography.
I remember when I was on vacation for like 3 years, I had a bet with a dude. We bet 2 soups because he was mistaken the broom scene and the turbo when he was dancing and pop locking on the ceiling and walking up the walls. That was Breaking 1, and then there was Breaking 2 when he was walking up the walls. He swore that was in Breaking 1. I was like, no, he didn't have 2 iconic scenes.
Yeah.
And wait, hold on. I wish I noted this. You know, I stick to my people. I know that that with the broom scene was like from one of these dancers from back in the days, like James Cagney or something with a broom scene. That's what they emulated, but it was hip hop form. Oh,
That's some good information. I never heard that, but
it is.
That's cool.
It is. Look out! Where my Google machine?
And that spot, that was a real authentic. You know, I talked about Beach Street has like the Disco Fever, or whatever, their authentic space. That was authentic. The Radiotron, that was like a real place out here. So I've been to the radio. You know, it's dope. You know, and that's Ice T was doing a lot of work there.
And Ice-T was actually in Breaking too, rapping.
That was his first movie.
He was in Breaking 1 and Breaking 2.
Yeah, Electric Boogaloo.
Yep.
He was whack rapping in Breaking 1 and he was tight in Breaking 2 though.
Now, did Wild Style and B Street, did they have soundtracks?
Yes,
they did. Okay,
both of them.
Because I was
and
gonna say,
B Street, Wild Style was very clever because they basically like used the same beat for a lot of the different. They just had different rapping on it because of the rights. So they just created this one thing, and then we're just gonna keep on looping that. So it just was, But yeah, nah.
That's smart. Smart.
Now, go ahead.
I like Breaking because they had a storyline. They was gonna close the rec, so they had to dance their way to dance to make money to keep the rec center open. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to send out an apology to Special K chick. She came over to the 7-Eleven on Pico near Point View, and I was sitting there talking about, man, you seen that movie Breaking? That shit was whack. And I said it just because she was thereby, and that was disrespectful, dumbass kid. My apologies. So
that's the Caucasian lady in the movie.
Yeah,
wow.
Caucasian lady. Yeah, she's a badass kid, just being a badass kid.
Damn, so you always been a hater. I'm fucking with you.
Now here's a question to ask though: what is a hip hop movie? I mean, what defines a hip hop movie? Is it because they have rappers in it? Is it because it has hip hop music in it? Is it the theme? What defines a hip hop movie?
This is my opinion on it. The topic has to be music or hip hop particularly, or one of the 5 or 6 elements of hip hop.
I thought it was 4 elements, man. I mean, come on,
I don't know. It varies, depends on who you ask. So that's why I said 5 or 6. I don't know.
And this is why I felt like you're right, because hip hop is also a culture and a style. So that's why when you have a movie like Belly, to me, by definition, everything about that was hip hop, because you're talking about the dude. He did the movie like a video. all these rap people and stuff like that, even though it wasn't about rapping or anything or stuff like that, it was definitely about hip hop fashion. So that's why you can arguably say, that was a hip hop movie. You talk about New Jack City, it really captured that sort of like period in time of hip hop fashion and stuff like that. So I can see why you go there. I tried to distinguish it to movies that were really about the music. Like when 8 Mile, there's literally a crescendo is about this competition. It's the same reason why I said You Got Served, but I ain't gonna talk about that. But go ahead.
Okay, so what about Who's the Man? Was that a hip hop movie?
Definite hip hop movie. Definite hip hop movie.
It's a dope ass track, dope ass soundtrack. Hip hop soundtrack.
That was the debut of Biggie. Biggie Party and Bullshit. I bought that soundtrack. I remember.
Now, why you say it's a hip hop movie? Well, why you say it's a hip hop movie?
Ed Lover and Dr. Dre was in the movie. They were hip hop cops. And look, I'm not getting into the definition part today. I'm coming in off stugging out here in these streets. So look, they was coming. It was a hip hop movie. They was hip hop cops. They was in the neighborhood. They knew the people in the neighborhood, and they solved a murder or some stupid idea they had with the show.
I've never seen it. But let me say this. Walt. I think you just look. You just adjusted my mind a little bit, because when you say the hip hop cops, and so now a new thing that I just came up with just now to say, if it exploits hip hop, so them using the hip hop artists to promote the movie, I'm gonna say those are hip hop movies. So Belly, like Nice Guy was saying, okay, they used the rappers in it. They knew what they was doing when they put them in the movie. So that's a hip hop movie to me now.
Well, also, Who's the Man had a whole lot of hip hop artists in there too.
I didn't mean to go.
A whole lot of East Coast artists was in there, a gang of them.
Yeah. Hey man, confession. I didn't realize that song was from Who's the Man. For some reason, I always associated that with Above the Rim. So yeah, that even gives it even more credibility.
Yeah.
No, Big wasn't gonna be on no above. He wasn't gonna be on no Above the Rim. That was Death Row.
Yeah.
And that was like 3 years later. That was way later.
Okay, well here's a question: is this a hip hop movie?
Do the right
2 years.
I mean, culturally, you're talking about the beginning with the Fight the Power and Homegirl dancing and all this stuff. I mean, it's definitely a snapshot of that cultural dynamic. I mean, to me, this is not a pure hip hop movie, but by our criteria, it definitely captured the essence of hip hop culture.
I want to say Mr. Nice Guy brought it up earlier, but he was talking about Raheem, right? The dude that had the big boombox. That's hip hop all day. He had the gold ring because it was like that's the fashion. You know what I'm saying? That was hip hop all day. So
Rosie Perez at the beginning dancing. She doing hip hop dance moves.
Yes. So I agree.
All that stuff she was doing, you saw Bobby Brown doing on stage. She taught Bobby Brown. She was his coordinator.
I didn't know.
Choreographer. I can't speak.
She was like, Bobby, I'm gonna coordinate you, Bobby. Hey, well look, F all that, the definition of what let's just talk about these good hip hop movies. F the definition. Yo, man, it's so many that was so great, that was iconic, that we grew up off of. Come on, man.
Here go another one.
Party. Hell yeah.
Now, to me, this is the reason why I see this as a very hip hop movie, is because you talk about a snapshot of the culture, but the whole party aspect of it, what they're doing, the rapping, to me, this is a movie where you have like Breakin' and Beat Street. These had great elements, but they weren't necessarily top flight movies, where now you're finally getting into a top flight movie, top flight production, top flight whatever, plus dope dancing. So to me, that's why House Party is legit. It's that movie for me.
It covered all the elements. The DJ and the stink breath jaywalk. What you say about the stink breath?
With Martin Lawrence, I just grew up thinking Martin Lawrence had stank ass breath. I don't give a from Def Comedy Jam to his show to freaking Blue Street. I just figured Martin Lawrence breath stank as hell.
That's funny because he was the DJ, and then you had Kid and Play was the rappers and the dancers. The fashion they wore was the clothes that hip hop people wore. Then he had that big
High
ass
top
flat
fade.
top,
Funny
the
haircut.
high top.
High top
Man,
fade.
They covered all the elements.
But look how iconic and real that movie was, where it was like, you remember waiting on the ride. Bilal was waiting on the ride. He got all the DJ equipment and playing
All them records.
Yeah, he bushing around. Then when he come with the chicks, he like, all right, man, if y'all happy. And then sneaking out the house
Yeah.
and Play got his ass whooped. Bro, my last ass whooping, I was 17 years old.
Look, when the DJ stuff do
Speaking out
DJs
loud.
today, do they look and reminisce like how they had to load up all them records?
Dude, I'm
stereo
telling you,
system.
Old school
man,
DJs do.
yes,
Old school
I'm
DJs.
telling you, these things used to kill me. I remember I was DJing at Dublin's, and I'd have to take these turntables up the stairs to get to the second floor, because the second floor is where they had the black people doing their stuff. And I'm just telling you that it was brutal. The CDs, I mean not the CDs, the records, and you have to pick which ones. You can't bring everything, so you have to be very strategic. But yeah, those days were absolutely brutal.
Yeah, that was
I know
classic,
DJ
that movie.
Damo, he was bringing every damn thing.
He was smart because DJ Damu he was so big.
Then DJ Damo be like, hey, help me with these.
No, but he was so big.
Coming to get me.
He was so big time that they delivered the stuff for him. So he didn't, he wasn't doing that setup. So he would just bring himself.
What are you talking about?
He was going when he was doing a lot of stuff there at those official venues and stuff like that. He wasn't transporting his equipment.
Shout out to DJ Damu. He was the truth, man. He was the
I stole from him. I used to steal from him. I had him in a driver's ed. And I used to ask him all these questions, and he just didn't think too much about it till he see me DJing at a buy yourself party. He's like, "Hold up, you got 1200s?" I was like, "Yeah, I've been stealing from you guys the whole time."
Yeah, that's a trip. So for DJs today, like apart from Kid and Play movie, DJs today they just need the computer and the
thumb drive.
The thumb drive. Thumb drive, not even that, because they just streaming now, right?
Yeah,
they just got all that shit, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, but wait, spin that back, infamous El Pooh. This ain't about DJ Damo and DJ Nice Guy. This is about hip hop movies. I think that the most iconic hip hop movie is House Party, because it was so thorough and it just captured the element of teenagers trying to get pussy, having fun, partying, getting beat up, running from bullies, and going home and getting your ass whooped.
And you know what? It was so nice they had to do it twice.
Ooh.
And before you say that, in the House Party one, they even make a joke at the end talking about Beat Street and breaking.
Wow, I missed that.
Yeah, because he goes, "Oh man, I got Beat Street on the video." Like after he picks him up from the jail, and it's all four of them, and they're about to leave, and he goes, "Man, I got Beat Street," and he's like, "Yeah, let's go check that out." And the other goes, "Hey, what about breaking?" And they're like, "Psh," like disrespecting breaking. So they East Coast,
the West Coast, and
they
made those movies out here. We should have got them.
Wow.
Robin Harris, AJ, aka Ezel was in there. Come on now.
Yeah.
It's iconic. And wait, I don't know if you guys have seen it, where they was showing the outtakes of the battle with Tisha Campbell and AJ Johnson, the female one, because it's two AJ Johnsons.
Yeah,
dancing.
Yeah, against Kid and Play. The outtakes is crazy. That's fun in itself. They was just showing how they was practicing for that before they actually shot the actual scene. And that scene was crazy because remember, first it was Play dancing, and then he pushed him out the way, like, let me get in here with my boy. Come on now. Now watch this too. Floyd X, you remember our dance routine we did and performed at Hamilton?
Yep. Just for the hell of it was the name of the group.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it. Let me say this real quick. It started out with 5 of us. Everybody backed out at the last minute. And it was just me and Walk. We was the last two standing. Blackjack. He backed out. And there was one more. I forget who the other person was.
Dice.
Yeah.
Was it Dice?
It had to be. He backed out too. So the
They
only ones
backed out. They backed out. Oh, they went.
Yep.
We can't
You
do
calling
it.
out names, man. You calling out names.
And we went out with it was Just Ice. Yo, get up out your seat. That shit came on the DJ. Everybody jumped out their seat. They lost their mind, dude.
I swear, I bet you me and Floyd can do that shit right now.
Word. Dance moves, yeah.
On the dance floor, yes, in front of everybody.
But let's
You know
get
what?
back to what we talking
Remember,
about.
remember Kid and Play even actually had a cartoon at one point.
Yep.
They
And
did.
MC Hammer.
It was
And
actually
MC Hammer.
Yeah, Hammer did too. But Kid and Play, but they actually had another movie too, Class Act.
Yeah.
Is this hip hop?
I say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say
It's
yes.
part of the Kid and Play franchise, in my opinion. In my
Because
humble
they utilizing hip hop artists to promote the movie. It's hip hop to me. They utilized the Kid and Play was the shit.
Hey, so
Back
if
in
there's a
those
movie
days.
with Marky Mark in it, is it hip hop?
Yes.
I'll
Hell,
say yeah. Yeah. I used to like
you
Marky
wasn't playing.
Mark.
You wasn't
Well,
That
playing.
one song,
What about Vanilla? Hold on. What about Vanilla Ice's movie?
yeah. Hell yeah. They
I
I
exploited
remember,
hip
I remember
hop.
Wait, hold
Fred,
on.
Fred was talking about, man, the
What was it called?
colors in
Cool
that
as
movie
Ice.
were
Cool as
crazy.
Ice.
Cool
That was
as
the name
ice.
of it. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, nice guy, El Pooh. Don't talk to us about no Vanilla Ice.
Word.
Don't be talking about no Vanilla Ice now.
We bought all his albums.
Oh, man.
Hey, if you
Yeah,
listen to
multiple
Vanilla
albums.
Ice, he actually doing some interviews right now on the internet. Right now,
Yeah.
he got some interesting things to say.
Hey, I like Vanilla Ice. I wasn't somebody who like, oh, he a sucker. I used to like Vanilla Ice. That song was hard.
We love Vanilla
That
freaking.
song was hard.
Which one? Play that funky music.
Oh, the first one. I'll say that first album. That whole album. I used to like the whole album. No BS.
I ain't gonna lie, Floyd X did buy him because Floyd was working at the time. Floyd
Yeah.
had a good ass job at NASA. At NASA, I'm telling on you, big bro.
NASA, damn boy.
At NASA in high school, and
Kennedy
Floyd
Space
bought
Center.
both albums, and we was both getting like, I'm like, yeah, let me play this Vanilla Ice. I love it.
Hey,
Yeah. F what y'all talking about Vanilla Ice, because I bet you we play fucking and you gonna be like,
see, to not to veer off from what we talking about, but real
Okay.
quick, when they come out with these albums, you got to remember everything behind it. The dude they say who really wrote the song was black. The dude, the producers, and all that stuff. It was like all this blackness, and they just put a white face on it. You can't just throw it all away. You say, okay, he was Vanilla Ice. You can say that, but the whole thing was hip hop. It was, our culture, man.
Yeah.
I never
you know
give a
what?
damn. I never give a damn about that song, and I didn't even see who was a white rapper or nothing. I just heard it. That song never meant nothing to me. But I've always defended him.
I heard him, and I could tell he was white. But I'm gonna tell you like this: I think the song was actually recorded in Texas somewhere.
Yeah,
And
Dallas.
the first release did have Chocolate's name as a writer.
Yeah.
Then when it got picked up by the label, by the major label, they took him off. That's what the whole conflict was all about. And that's confirmed by the president of Solar Records. I can't think of his name right now, but he confirmed that because Solar is where that flow started.
Dick Griffey.
No, not Dick Griffey, the lawyer. He ended up being the president.
Of Solar?
Dick Griffey, yeah, Solar. Dick Griffey became the chairman.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I want to hear what Mr. Nice Guy was about to say. He said he defends Vanilla Ice. He didn't like the song, but
I always defended him because I felt like, look, he's doing his take on hip hop, and if the fact that if a white person does their take on something and it appeals to white people, you're just being honest and thorough and tapping into your white take on it. So, to me, I always defended him. I felt like he made. I mean, the records that he's made, the Guinness Book of Records that he broke for the sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I literally had a song giving him props, saying that, you know what, that wasn't a song for me, but the fact that it sold that well and did that well, hats off to you, because that's a great accomplishment. The fact of the matter is a whole bunch of people really dug it. I hated the fact that he became sort of like taboo, and then everybody started acting like they didn't like it. It's like you obviously liked it before because of how much it sold out before a period.
You gotta let what you said marinate. I agree with that point. You said that was his take on hip hop, and that's what he put out.
I salute it. I salute.
That's a
I
good ass point.
never ever. I always had respect for that dude, and we used to always argue. We were saying that, look, you know, his stuff was more hip hop than Hammer's.
Damn. I don't know if I agree with that.
That's a stretch right there.
I don't agree with that part, but I get what you're saying.
Hammer came from Oakland. That's kind of like the ghetto. I don't know where Vanilla Ice came from. He came from a white neighborhood. So
Yeah,
I don't know if he's more hip hop.
The ghetto ain't the criteria. You know, when you talk about the
yeah, but the hip hop was formulated in the ghetto.
Now but the production and everything that goes into it, as opposed to the poppy type, he was doing stuff that was like using samples.
He had ghetto people helping.
Just
let me ask y'all this. I know that y'all two up top, y'all not really familiar with the South, but let me say this: Vanilla Ice beat Willie D in a rap battle.
Really?
I bet he wouldn't beat him. He wouldn't beat him in the ring, though.
he won in the rap battle. They had like a rap battle at a show or something, and Vanilla Ice won. And this is before the Ice Baby, so it's not because he was popular. I can't say it was because he was white. I don't know.
I told you he made Ice Baby out there in Texas, so he might be from Texas. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Dallas. He's from Dallas.
Okay, real
talk. It was Dallas. Yeah.
Hey, Dallas has some talent. Hey, DOC, Dallas.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dallas and all the Texans out there and the whole South. Shout out to everybody that's looking at this show. Spin that back one time, can you? Hey, can you hit that button for me? Okay. Hit the wrong one.
Yeah, get us back on track, El Pooh.
Yes, sir. Hey, but let's get back. So, what about this right here? Was this an authentic hip hop movie?
Hell yeah!
Oh my God!
Yeah. Man, I love that movie. Sometimes I be walking. I just start walking like Gusto just to be doing it. I love that movie, man. It's a real all hip hop. The truth. He was clowning gangster rap and had Eazy-E in the movie.
In the movie, and they was clowning.
Come on, man.
They was clowning Eazy-E.
Come on, man.
With the Jerry curls and all that stuff.
Man. That was a classic.
That movie, I remember hearing about that movie. I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
I was on restriction, so I could not actually leave the boat to go see the movie. And my friends would come and telling me about the movie. I had a visual of the freaking movie before I actually even seen it.
Wow.
And laughed my behind off after I got off my 45. My 45-day restriction. And that was funny. That the movie was great. And I loved it. And guess what? On the boat, they start calling me Low Cash because I used to wear lows. I was stationed in Long Beach. I was stationed in Long Beach, and I used to wear lows. And these are people from Kentucky and places like Tennessee. And they didn't know nothing about no LA, nothing. And so that they would call me Low Cash because they just figured like, that's what Lokes is. Lokes and Low Cash. And I first
they called you Low Cash because you was always begging.
What? I was low on cash. Wait, hold on. Watch this, El Pooh. Watch this. I did take the mantra. I said I'm low on cash when it comes to each house. That is something I did take on. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I forgot about this one because it was such a sad ass movie.
To another movie, right?
No, honorable mention.
Well, at least I still got something to say about CB4 before you go on to the next thing. To me, the big standout part of that was with the I'm blackity black blackity 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 black. That was hilarious.
I used to love that shit. Yeah. I used to love that shit. Blackity black.
How about this though? I know this was a hip hop movie, but it was so sad. Tougher Than Leather.
Tougher Than Leather.
Yeah,
I don't remember the storyline.
I do.
I told myself I was gonna go back and watch it. I don't remember nothing about it.
They owed money for recording studio or something like that, and then they had to shoot it out with the damn mafia. Okay. And at the end, he shot somebody in the head and walked off real cool. Run, yes. That was tougher than love. That was the last scene of the movie.
Shoot,
And then they chose the
scene,
credit.
skip over something.
Unbelievable. Grandma like a hammer. Information
Listen to this
unbelievable.
well by the Lord, up to the God. Hell yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh yeah. What you gonna say, nice guy?
So that just reminds me, we skipped over Crush Grooving.
We didn't skip over Krush Groove. We ain't got to it yet.
Crush Groove was back then. Crush Groove was like junior high. That was like after breaking. You talk about Temple of Leather, that's way after that.
Hey, we can get to it. Look at all the stars in this picture right here. Run DMC, Curtis Blow, Fat Boys, Sheila E. Some other dude that's supposed to be somebody else.
Yeah, that was with LL Cool J. There was, I mean, you know, they had the Jekyll and Hyde. That movie had a whole bunch, but this is sort of like the story
Russell
of Def Jam.
Simmons. Yeah, Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin was in it too, right?
That was a classic movie, dude. Crush
Classic.
Groove, the love story, the who's that? Hi, young lady.
Hi. What's your young lady? What's your favorite hip hop movie ever? Hip hop movie.
I don't have one. But
What?
you know, I gotta
Name
come
one.
from the East Coast.
Name one.
I like New Jack City.
New Jack City. There you go.
Got you.
That was part of the debate. Was
Yeah.
New Jack City? Well, yeah, I guess it was because it was the culture. Yeah, it was the culture.
Florida hip hop.
Definitely.
So if you say that, then you got to throw Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society up in there then too.
Let's get back to Crush Groove, El Poor. I got
Crush Groove. Yeah, let's go.
I like the biggest stars of Crush Groove, in my opinion, was the Fat Boys.
It kind of was their story.
Yeah,
it was kind of their story.
That was that all you can eat, man. I used to love that shit, dude. There's just some fat kids that was trying to make it in the rap game, and they walked around the Disco 3. That was some beautiful shit, man. That was a good ass movie.
Who had the most iconic scene?
LL Cool J when he walked in.
Yeah,
when he walked in with the radio.
My radio.
Oh man, hell yeah.
And you know it's a story about he's supposed to have shot a video to that.
Really?
Russell Simmons had put out $50,000. LL overslept. Russell was hot.
He overslept and didn't do the video?
Didn't do the video.
Yep.
That's messed up. I never heard that.
So his scene in that movie was his video.
Wow.
Chris Rock was in that movie too.
What did he do?
He just was in the background. You just Google it. Chris Rock.
He was playing Pookie.
But hey, what about let's talk about the storyline where he took what's the name's girlfriend.
Yeah.
The big brother took his
Sheila
little brother's girlfriend. Yeah. And he was like, they fell in love, and at the end of the movie, Run was like, it's okay. I don't remember that. The story. Yeah. He busted in the room and they dormed or something and they laid up together.
Yeah.
That was some good shit.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Floyd X kind of remind me of growing up with you.
You stupid. That was some good shit, man. I think Crush Groove was a great ass movie to me, man. I love that shit. And it was like a professionally done, had a real actor. What's the dude? Blair Underwood? Come on, man. Underwood, yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad Russell didn't be like, I'm gonna play myself. He put a real actor in there, man.
Salute. Real talk.
And I love Curtis Blow because Curtis Blow was in shape, had that Jerry curl, just a cool old man walking around.
Hey, you say that Curtis Blow was only like 31 years old, maybe 29 or something.
He was old to us. He was
way older than the teenagers like the Fat Boys and stuff.
Yeah. He was the OG in the movie. They come out to the scene, he up there doing pull-ups or some shit.
Yeah, on the roof.
Yeah. That was cool.
Hey, shout out to Curtis Blow, man. You know, he's a real OG.
Hell yeah, man. He wasn't the best rapper, but he held his own.
Well, he was good for his time.
He had a dope ass voice, dope ass deliveries for his time, for his era, you know. So,
and in a couple of weeks, we're gonna do a Spin That Back show. We're gonna talk about Christmas raps. And you know we're gonna have to put Curtis Blow up there.
Oh my God! You freaking asshole! You freaking asshole!
Yeah.
That's good. You.
That's a good idea. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I did.
Hey, you know what it's called? It's called the Spin That Back Show.
Hey, fist bump,
Yes,
don't
sir.
it? Feel like this white boy used to do. Wow.
Shut
That's
up.
tight. Damn.
But you know, at that time, when Crush Groove came out, Fat Boys was like the biggest thing going at that time. Well, besides Run DMC,
Yeah,
but
I'm
the
about
Fat
to
Boys
say,
was like
I'm
really
bigger than Run
commercial.
DMC.
It was hilarious. They was hilarious. They could rap. They had the beatbox, and they didn't mind shaming themselves.
And that movie got them all the other movies they got. Look at this.
Disorderly,
Yeah.
Disorderlies, which is a very good movie. It's a well done movie.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
It's a
Oh,
legit movie. It wasn't just some flunky movie.
If y'all don't know the plot, there was an old man where somebody who hired the disorderlies to take care of they was nurses to take care of this old guy. They thought that they would kill him, but they brought life into the old guy. He loved these young fat dudes. And then they said, we're going to actually kill him so they can inherit his millions. The other people. And then the fat boy saved them from dying or some dumb shit like that. But it was hilarious that this one.
Guess we should have started off
Look.
saying spoiler alert.
What a great movie line. What a
If
great
you ain't seen it by now, come on.
Yeah.
Now.
What a great movie line. Let me ask y'all this. Was the Fat Boys the first one who figured out that if you go into the corner and beatbox, you extreme the bass? Who started that? In the corner. You know how a dude said the beatboxer stand in the corner? Was that on Disorderlies?
No.
Was it?
No.
Okay.
I think
Because I remember he was walking around the house cleaning, Buffy, and he started beatboxing, and that was like a music scene. Y'all remember that shit? He was cleaning up around the rich man house. He started beatboxing, doing it while cleaning. Y'all remember that?
Barely. But I just remember it was dope. But my memory is crap. So
Okay. It was a cool ass scene. He was beatboxing while cleaning up the house. And I thought if I'm not mistaken, he went in the corner and he acted like this how he discovered that you can base it, make it heavier by going in the corner and beatboxing. Only true hip hop, these young people don't even know what the hell I'm talking about right now.
Send that back,
They
yo.
have no clue.
That back.
They have no clue.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Do you consider Ghost Dog to be a hip hop movie?
Yes.
I'm out.
I don't remember the movie, but I do know that the RZA was in it, and
it's a dope ass movie. I think he didn't write it. I mean, that was like kind of his thing. But yeah,
That was his baby. With
Forrest Whitaker.
I remember seeing the trailer, and we all just laughed at how ridiculous of a concept it was. And then
I
we
saw the movie.
Then we saw the movie, and the movie was dope as hell. So
me and my first wife, we watched the movie, and we both was there. We used to smoke weed at the time. When I used to smoke weed, and was like, this is dumb as hell. The dumbest movie I ever freaking see, because he's on a roof with pigeons, a fat black man who's a samurai.
Samurai with great little samurai sayings.
This is when I'm saying Pernell Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker was fat at the time. Ghost Dog. Yeah. And then the RZA is his mentor.
That was his mentor.
I don't remember it.
I don't think the RZA was his mentor. RZA just had like one scene in there. He was like,
did y'all see the movie?
I saw the movie.
I don't remember it.
It was The Way of the Samurai.
That's Tom Cruise, nigga.
Or whatever it was, you know.
The Last Samurai.
That was The Last Samurai. It was The Way of the Samurai, I think it was called.
Ghost Dog. You know what? Let's get that movie out of it. Let's spin it back. Pretend you didn't.
Spin him out. Yo.
We lost them.
Oh, damn. We really did lose him, huh?
Yeah, he's not even in the ether.
He took himself out. We didn't take him out. He took himself out.
So let's talk about these other movies, like Boys in the Hood. Because if you say New Jack City was hip hop, you got to throw Boys in the Hood. Don't Be a Menace.
Menace to
Even
Society.
New Jersey Drive. That's got to be hip hop.
Jersey Drive. Fuck it. Was Poetic
Tales from
Justice?
the Hood. Tales from the Hood, I think, is hip hop.
Hell yeah. Poetic Justice?
I wouldn't throw that in the hip hop category. I'll
Poetic
throw Above the Rim in there though, and Juice.
At least
Poetic-
Juice had like a DJ battle scene. To me,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that's a very loose label, you know,
Yeah.
as far as hip hop, because there are things that really dealt with like the aspects. I mean, we talk about like, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was saying when you know, like when you was talking about like what you were just saying, as far as Juice, when y'all bring Juice up, the first thing came to my mind was the struggle of Q trying to be a DJ when Queen Latifah slighted him. And even though I never DJ'd, we all understood, oh, you local, huh? We all understood that, you know what I'm saying? So it's a trip that was hip hop to me. Juice was hip hop.
Hey, remember Flex? He had one good line in there. He says, "Oh, this nigga looking like Gumby."
Okay.
Come on now, yeah, because he got booted out and Q got in straight up.
Okay. They was battling each other.
No, they had to audition, and some
Okay.
people didn't make it.
They'll
And then
stand in line. They'll stand
Queen
in line.
Latifah, she said, "Your mixing is whack. Your blending is weak. You're sorry. You're trash. No, that's
hip
why."
hop all day.
And then
That's
he got
hip-hop.
mad and said, "Who the fuck is he? Nigga looking like Gumby."
That's hip hop. Walk. Yeah, that's hip hop all day. That was a good ass thing.
That's straight up hip hop, real talk. Hey, but we gotta give it up though. This man right here made a hip hop movie.
Eminem, real talk. The battle. He brought the battle to the center stage, man.
Yeah, to me, this is a absolutely hip hop movie because it's really the focus of it is the battling. That's literally what it is. It's when the movie crescendos at the end. Everything is about these rival crews and everything about it. This to me, this is hip hop. That's what it was.
Yeah. That was a great movie, man.
Encompassed the whole struggle. He was poor as hell, and he was like he had a dream, and his whole crew was behind him, and that's what happens in hip hop. As far as with rap and everything, you got people behind you. You got people behind you that believe in your talent, and he was a dope white dude. And how he flipped it at the end with the battle, he neutralized every weapon against him. And you know how many rappers have done that ever since then? Come on,
And you know who wrote those? You know who wrote all those rhymes, right?
Pharaoh Munch.
Huh?
Pharaoh
you know who
Munch.
wrote all those rhymes for the
Pharaoh Munch.
It was Craig G,
And
Craig
Pharaoh
G,
Munch.
and Eminem, and you know, and probably
And Pharaoh Munch.
yeah,
Craig
Pharaoh
G
Munch.
wrote for who?
Craig dropping science. That's one of my favorite.
Who he wrote?
He was because Craig G was a
rapper.
freestyle. You know, he was a dude, a freestyler. He had a notorious battle where he beat Super Rhymes or not Super Rhymes. I forgot what his name is. Supernatural.
Oh,
So that was like a big deal.
Killer. Supernatural was the killer, man.
Yeah, exactly. But he beat him. Craig G beat him in a battle. You know, and it's on video.
Wow.
but my favorite line from that movie is something to the effect of, this is a movie where the black guy, there's a horror movie where the black guy doesn't die or something to like that. To me, I thought, man, that was a dope ass line.
You know what's crazy? Most freestyle battle rappers cannot make a good record. Supernatural and the dude that does the wrap ups, I forgot his name because he hadn't done them in a few years. The dude.
Man, he's got some songs.
Who?
What's my nigga name? Mad Skills.
I can't name you a record except the wrap ups. But he's a battle rapper.
Head nod.
I don't know.
He's got a bunch of you look up. He's got actual songs. He's not one of those guys. I think that's just something else he does, but he's actually a song guy. But you're right. Those dudes that are like primarily like freestylers and whatever, they don't have their shit ain't wired together to really put together solid quality songs. It's just,
except Eminem.
Well, I can name a few: Cortez, Sue Surf, Fat Shook, T-Top. These are battle rappers. I'm naming.
Math Hoffa.
No, he's trash. All his music is trash. All his music is trash. Sorry.
It's just making songs is a different vibe. It's a different dynamic. It's a different structure, and a lot of their stuff.
Gotta Google it. I listen to it. But I ain't gonna get into that. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I agree with you. I understand what you're saying. Of course, there's always going to be people that can do it, but I'm just saying that there's a big trend of people that do
Good.
this thing. They don't translate to this other thing.
Yeah. A lot of them are trash. Tay Rock is trash.
Y'all had mentioned
Good battle.
Mario Van Peebles that had a movie called Rapping back in the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, it had to happen. That was the tagline.
Oh, it had to happen. Okay. Well,
But
I
they
ain't
said
never heard
it had
of
to
it.
happen. They meant it positively, but I say it
Right.
negatively.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
I ain't even heard of that movie. I don't think I want to look at it. Did it have any
Ice-T was in it. Ice-T was in it.
Ice-T was in it? Okay.
Yeah. It had. I want to say the Force MDs was in it too. You know.
Is Colors a hip hop movie?
Yes.
Very hip hop soundtrack.
Yes. Hell yeah.
If you throw New Jack City up in there, you gotta throw all those type of movies in there too.
Yep.
Y'all know the story about Colors, right? Well, with the song Colors, because they wanted just that one song Pain from IC. Then Ice-T, he knew like if I'm in a movie, I can pick where my song is played, or I need to hear where it's going to be played.
Ice-T was not in the movie.
Ice-T
Was not in Colors.
listen, you're not listening.
Okay.
His song is, nigga.
Yes.
Listen. So he said, but then when he seen the movie, he was like, I could write something else, and he wrote Colors, and he played for him the next day, and they was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, because at first they were gonna use Rick James' version of the song Colors. Rick James got a song called Colors on the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
But Ice-T's they made a better choice with Ice-T. Because Rick James talking about look at all these colors. It was crazy.
I'm glad they didn't use that one.
Exactly.
Oh shit. I'm glad I never heard that either.
Jeez, man.
Hey, this is Spin That Back show. We educate you.
That's right.
Have you ever seen that video with Smokey Robinson talking about gangster rap? He has a rap song.
I saw that.
Terrible.
I saw that.
Ooh, Smokey Robinson was rapping.
Yeah.
Nah.
Sit your ass down. This is a prime example of Walk talking about old people need to just quit.
Man, Stevie Wonder would smoke him.
Chevy Chase got a whole rap album out.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
real talk.
I never knew that.
Hey,
Shit.
Arsenio Hall got one called Chucky A.
Chunky A.
Chunky A, yeah, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
comedy.
I used to like Chunky A.
Yay.
I used to like Chunky A. Shit.
That was comedy.
Hell yeah, that shit was hilarious. When he used to come out and perform on the Arsenio Hall show, that shit was hilarious, dude.
Go Chunky.
Go Chunky.
Go Chunky.
I used to love that shit, man. What's up?
That shows you how deep hip hop is, man. But the debate is, what is a hip hop movie? Can we name some more? Can we give some more examples of some older hip hop movies? Not none of that like I said, Stump the Yard, all that old stuff ain't going.
Stomp the Yard.
Is Paid in Full a hip hop movie?
If you're talking
That's a
about
classic.
the
That's 2002.
If you're putting these Boys in the Hood and stuff like that, I mean that was paid in whatever that was. What's that movie called?
yeah,
Paid in Full.
This is basically the backdrop to most of the East Coast, that whole scene, the Supreme, and all this other stuff. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Alpo.
Yeah.
AC.
Well, I know we're trying to stay within a range, but let's just name movies that's out, like ATL with T.I. Is that a hip hop movie?
I guess you
Yeah.
can say so.
Definitely.
I got another one. State Property 1 and 2.
Big Boy and T.I.
Ooh, I say yeah for State Property.
State Property? Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Come on now. Come on now. 1 and 2. Even
Yes.
though 2 was trash. Come on now.
I still liked it because I like Beans. I like Beans. Beans was a good actor to me.
I don't think I've seen part 2. I only seen
Never
one.
seen either.
I've seen one. Get
Part
Rich
2
or
was
Die
starring
Trying.
Noriega was in part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
El Pollo Loco.
And Dave Dash, he was like, I'm here to kill this nigga, but I'm having to shoot out with him for him. That was crazy. That was funny. He was like, I'm right here with the nigga, and we're having a shootout with some niggas. And I can shoot him right now. Come on, y'all ain't seen part 2?
I ain't seen
Yeah, I
that.
did. Hey, shout out to Dame Dash and Dame Dash movies or films or whatever. Hey, I like Dame. Hey, Dame, holla at us, man. You know, put some money behind us. We know you still got it.
Right, stop talking about Jay-Z. We'll talk about Jay-Z for you.
Get Rich or Die Trying, hip hop movie.
It's based on his life, so I guess yes.
It's not just based on his life; it's based on his musical rivalry and all of that stuff. So I mean, it's really about his ascent into his career.
Hey, shout out to 50 Cent. Put some money behind us, bro. You know, we want a piece of that too, bro. Put us on stars or something.
Anybody see Idlewild?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
That's a great hip hop movie too.
It's a good movie. I haven't seen it. It's good.
Yeah.
How you ain't seen Idlewild with Big Boy and freaking Andre 3000?
Yeah, I think I
no
seen
flutes, no flutes, but you know, it's a lot of singing and dancing, and it's dope. It's
said
dope.
no flutes.
Faison Love.
Hey, shout out to Andre 3000 too for his new project. He got the longest record to hit the Billboard 100, the longest length record, and I'll say this too, the longest title of a song ever to hit hip hop or Billboard Top 100.
Is it the one with the PUSSY one?
No, it's the one called "I Wanted to Make a Rap Song, but the Wind Blew Me." It's something like this. Is a long title with like a whole paragraph.
Yeah, I was looking at the title. I was like, there was some long titles, but hey,
Friday, is that a hip hop movie?
hell yeah.
Damn
I
right.
have
it
to
is.
confess,
Right.
I have never watched Friday 3. I never saw
Friday
Friday.
After
There's
Next.
some classic stuff.
that
in
is
there.
funny.
There's some
That's
classic
I never
stuff
saw
in there,
Friday
man.
3.
Mike
Classic
Epps
stuff.
is a fool, man.
Oh,
That's
And I never watched the whole thing of All About the Benjamins. I never seen.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Benjamin's good.
All
About the
that's one of my
Benjamins is
favorites.
good.
I
Yeah,
refuse to
love
watch them still though,
Why?
It's
because it seemed corny as hell and silly to me.
dude,
All
it's
About the
hilarious.
From what I
All
see,
About the Benjamins is like
That
they
shit
got
was
some of the
funny
most
as hell.
classic
and that.
moments, comedy moments. I love that movie. That's one of those movies. If it's on, I'm gonna sit there and watch it.
Mike Epps and that girl. Was that Rosario Dawson or
even
Eva
Mendez.
Eva Mendes? Oh
Eva
my
Mendes,
God.
okay.
Hey, no, my favorite line. He goes, "I'm something like a player."
Something like a player.
Something like a player. Now he's not a player. He's something like a player.
No, the funniest part was when he said he was fighting. And she was like, "Baby, you can't fight." He was like, "I was." She was like, "Baby, you can't fight."
Yeah, man, I'm telling you that
That
movie
shit
has
was
some-
hilarious,
it has
dude.
some- It's hilarious.
Man.
It's a great
Yeah.
movie.
That was a good one. All About the Benjamins.
Hey, shout out to Cube too, bro. Cube Vision. Hey,
Yeah.
pick us up. One of y'all gotta pick us up, man. Put some money behind us, man. Focus Up Network LLC, man. Hit us up.
Stop begging, nigga.
He's networking.
Yeah.
Thumbs up,
My name is Low Cash. I'm low on cash.
Networking.
right?
Man. Where we at, El Poo?
Man, we about an hour up in here, man. I think we done made the consensus and we done did our thing this time. So ready to wrap it up, y'all? I guess it's about that time. So once again, let's put the music back on. We want to thank y'all for coming in, joining us, watching us on the replay if you got to. Make sure to check us out next time after the Focus Up Show every Saturday morning. Focus Up Show is 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And after that, 10:30 a.m. GST. Check us out right here. Focus Up Network. Spin that back. Thank you, Mr. Walk. Thank you, Mr. Nice Guy. Thank you, Mr. X. And thank y'all for joining us. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. And join us next time. All right, we out of here.
Ooh.
All right.
Yep,
Good
yep.
show, fellas. Good show, fellas.
Still alive.
Show.
Still alive.
Mr. Nice Guy.